Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the Munguia versus Ryder DAZN preview, as that fight will take place this Saturday, January 27th on DAZN. We're going to look at the fights on the undercard and then the main event and give predictions. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So the undercard is not a great one. It's got a couple title fights on it, but deep on the undercard, you got a undefeated super middleweight Darius Fulgham, who's 9-0 at 9 knockouts, is taking on Alontes Fox. And Alontes Fox is your prototypical gatekeeper of the division kind of deal. He's that stepping stone type guy that if you can beat him and look good against him, then you know, you're on the right path, basically. Doesn't mean Fulgham's gonna come anywhere even close to my top 10, but you're on the right path. He's seeing action. Then you also have a 122-pounder David Picasso Romero, undefeated super bantamweight, is taking on some guy named Eric Ruiz, so should be able to blast through that one. And then, then you got Oscar Collazo, the minimum weight champ, defends his title on the undercard, and I think he's in the co-feature. And then I forget her first name, but Sebastian Fundora's sister, is defending her world title as well. But the main event, Munguia versus Ryder, huge 168-pound battle between two top 5 super middleweights right now at 168. Really a lot riding on this fight for both guys, really. For Munguia, and if you haven't checked out my breakdown video, I did it a couple weeks back. Go check it out. Go see what I break this fight fully down. But for Munguia, you know, a potential Canelo fight is right there, potentially even in May. That fight could take place in May. You know, he's definitely an option. I know there's been some rumors lately that it's Canelo and Charlo. We already knew Charlo was a possibility, but now, you know, but we also knew that Munguia was a possibility. If he looks good against Ryder, he wants the Canelo fight, and that would be huge, you know, if he can beat Ryder and beat him convincingly. And for John Ryder at 35 years old, this is his, you know, if he wants to stay a relevant super middleweight contender, he's got to win this bout. That's just it, you know. Or at least, at the very least, he's got to walk away if he's defeated with a close loss. If he gets decisively beaten like he did against Canelo or knocked out, then John Ryder's probably, you know, gonna drop back and still be a respected veteran, but he might want to start thinking about, you know, potentially retiring, because he'll know that it's not just Canelo, who's still one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, that can beat him. It's a lot of the top guys would be able to beat him, and he would go from contender to gatekeeper, you know, which is not a bad role. You still get some good fights and good opportunities in that role, but when you have to accept becoming the gatekeeper, a little bit of a different mentality, you know. I mean, you know that it's not likely that you're gonna become a world champion, you know, and that's still Ryder's dream, to become a world champion, so we'll see. But I think it's going to be a good-ass action fight. I really do believe that. But I also, something about this fight, something about Munguia choosing him and not overlooking him, I think the way he did Derevyanchenko, I think Munguia is going to convincingly win this fight. Well, it's going to be close. I think Munguia is going to win a close decision, but I do believe, like, it could be a close unanimous decision. So I could see him winning like a 115, 113, 116, 112 type unanimous decision. But I definitely think it's going to be close for the most part. I just think Munguia's youth is going to speak volumes in this fight. Because I think he's about 7-8 years younger. I think he's 8 years younger than Ryder, and I think his youth is going to come to the forefront in this one, and it's going to play a major role. And I think he's going to beat John Ryder. But I think Ryder stands a good chance. I think Ryder can catch Munguia and hurt him. And I think he could also outwork him. So, gonna be very good. I can't wait to see it on Saturday night, January 27th on DAZN. This is the Munguia Ryder preview. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.